Hello, everyone. We're back. My brain is still not working correctly, but that's Delok over there.
And that is Doc over there.
Yes. Continuing on. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all,
The victim was murdered in two different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested in the other crime scene. Lana. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? As Mr. Wright suspects, the police are clueless. I figured as much, so I stuck with plea bargain. Plea bargain? What do you mean by that? That's not good. We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean. That's what I mean, Emma. Lana, don't tell me you. Which I regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky.
Hmm?
You discovered traces left by a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
You found Officer Marshall's traces?
Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall?
You have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
You would have to, Mr. Wright. She doesn't seem very thrilled about this.
I imagine there's a reason for that.
February 20... Well, I think she and Jake kind of have an idea of what's going on. Well, I think all of them that were involved in the case kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
Except for Star, because I think she was so far out of the loop at that where she was, because she was that she was fired. She's not quite sure what's going on, but she's trying to help. February 24th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution is... So... I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach criminal affairs for the prosecutor's office. Victim Bruce Goodman was slain at both places at the same time. It's not physically possible, is it? No, Judge, it's not. Tomorrow, here the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. And the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Wow. This is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. I will present evidence related to the police department, related to the murder of the police department. So in doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. That's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things. No, he doesn't know what's going on himself.
I mean, isn't that what we do?
Yeah, but he's more prim and proper about it than we are.
Yeah. That's supposed to be an admirable trait.
I would say yes.
It definitely is.
Very well.
Even when you don't know what's going on, you still power through. That's quite an admirable trait.
I mean, they're both powering through, just in their own ways.
Yeah.
Edgeworth just seems more pristine about it. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir, I'm Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? No way. Why are you admitting to it? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Sir, I'm what you would call part of the young...
terrified out of his ass.
Person whose actions... who's... what? Please, Mr. Smith, sir. Help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir? Give us the report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. Is this
I feel like this is some form of autism.
No, I mean, maybe, but I also feel like that they're making fun of the younger generation.
They could be. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I don't know. Can't fault them for a lack of enthusiasm. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. Spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you. Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and your colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir. You knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. Defense may begin its cross-examination.
What I need is more info to work with. Can we get his ID number? Why? I do want to know why he was assigned to guard that room when it's not his post.
There's some on it, then.
Mr. Meekins, you work in General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
There's a scary thought.
Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which means many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Blue Badger? Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the head detective, sir. Best to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. That's my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there?
Wait, that's an entirely different reason.
Yeah.
It's worth pressing.
Yeah.
In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed in here, right?
There it is. I found it. It's one right here. Would you please read us the number? Yes, sir. 498 956 or 96, which is exactly what we thought it was.
But the number, yada yada yada, it's shown being used twice.
Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. First time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. The second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. So it was during that second time when, yes, sir, that was when I spotted the man on the security screen. So now we know all but one.
Yes.
Explain your attack.
So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir. A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Oh, with that, charge, with me, yeah. Well, with me charging in on him like that...
Wait a minute. I think I want to present something to him there.
Oh, we gotta finish this. You aren't exactly the kind of person... That's why I reacted, sir. My arms around like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. I mean, if you just kept you cool, your hand wouldn't be... I saw blood trickling down my arm. I panicked. Grabbed the man by his collar.
Wait a minute. You know what I want to present, right?
No.
The knife.
Why would you want to present the knife?
Was that the knife he saw?
I mean, we can. I don't know.
Because remember, this was a knife that was later found tucked away, wasn't it? This is evidence that he was possibly withdrawing, so that's what he saw.
I get that, but I don't think that's relevant to this conversation piece.
Sure?
I feel pretty sure. If you want to present it, we can present it, but we're going to take for Raw, we're taking a hit for it.
We got a few hits we can take.
Alright.
I feel like
Yep, it's wrong. Your Honor, what do you think about this witness's statement?
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Follow, clear, or contradict. Yeah, this is just the same thing every time.
It's not. Yeah, I remember. We're trying to find contradictions, but it's not evidence. We'll point out the simple things.
So what is date?
What do you mean when you say did it?
I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. Man let his guard down for just an instant. I snatched the knife from him.
You took his knife?
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
I see. That had been desperation.
Next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew... Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. Might as well just press it. Pressed everything else.
Well, what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I got crying in tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is. Just happy someone hit him. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission?
Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now.
I believe now we have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor, only one thing remains unclear. Was the man the officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins. With regards to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent... Oh, there's the tape you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Chief Gant delivered it to me this morning, sir. The Chief.
Delivered it?
What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir, absolutely, sir. A videotape, sir. Contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. What? I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it would. And was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at.
Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well, then let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using the word murder, sir. It scares me.
Video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Why is this thing running in here?
Well, because you moved it in here.
Yeah, but why would it be running? Oh god.
Yeah, that's pretty vicious, actually.
Wait,
He's already gone.
where did he go?
I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that really a piece of plywood? Sure, that's the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. This is the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this is going smoothly? How did he just disappear at the end?
Yeah, that's a good question, too.
Because he didn't come across the camera again.
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter, someone. The evidence room and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? I mean, we got some good info. It doesn't look like he murdered him.
Yeah.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. He opened the door, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do so. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing, that would mean the victim at the crime scene would have had to have been Detective Goodman. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. You have to start somewhere.
I want to take another look at the tape real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'd have to play through the whole thing.
Yeah, there's no video on it. Wait, that light was on.
Yeah. That's what I'm noticing.
That means it was already open.
And
right?
something fell out. I think that's all we really need to notice.
Yeah. Well, what do we present it on? Oh wait, yes.
Hold on.
I think we can present it on that.
On this one here?
Well, the question is, do we present it with that, or do we present it with the safe? Because that is the last thing we need to point out. The light indicates open boxes.
I think we need the evidence locker.
Yeah, hold on, but is it this line we do, or the next one?
I think it's this one.
No.
Well, we know it's this. It's not this one.
Yeah, I would say the one after that. It was already unlocked, though. You see what I mean? Like, which one do we go on?
I think we go on this one because, no one else could have unlocked it. But it's saying that it required his fingerprints.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think
It's either this one or the last one, I think.
I think it's this one with the evidence locker.
Yeah, I think so too. God damn it! Oh. Huh?
What do you mean, huh? We got it wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
How do we point out this contradiction? Are you sure it's not the last one?
I don't see a reason for it to be.
Like, cause that's the thing I'm thinking of. Is like, how do we point out this contradiction? Do we have to press them? Do we have to just press these statements? I think we just have to press these statements first. Like,
Alright,
go
let's
back.
start with this one.
How about the most important details not shown? The video, the man's face.
Sir? It may say something, sir.
Of
Please do.
course.
Please do, after all, you're the one being examined.
I'm jumping the
understand why
gun is what I'm doing.
I don't understand why the man's face is so important to this case. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, right? Oh, this is what we needed.
Yeah,
And it's
we were jumping the gun is the problem.
A little bit, but I feel like we're not wrong either.
Yeah, we're not wrong, but we're jumping the gun.
My unsettled state can testify to this, sir. As you have a point, the footage doesn't lie. That is... Unless the defense... Yeah, we have a problem with it.
Yeah, we found it.
Let's check.
Yeah.
Is there a problem? Yes.
There
yes.
is. There is a problem.
100%.
Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange?
The contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not be Detective Goodman.
What? The video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Edgeworth, I feel like you should have noticed this. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. First, we have the defense point out the use of the alleged contradiction in the video.
You would want me to point it out.
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. We'll now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of.
I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
You can do it, Mr. Wright. I'll set it up so you can fast forward, rewind,
also,
or pause.
now we have this option.
Yeah, it would have been nice a little bit ago. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
I mean, I don't blame him. He literally is watching himself getting attacked in this.
Right, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction to the video the man may not be Detective Goodman?
There.
Is that?
Yeah.
I think that's
The
strange
thing
about
that's
this.
strange about the video has got to be this. Officer Meekins.
Sir, do you mean me, sir? You're the only Meekins in this room.
As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint. If the print matches
Oops.
the registered data, the light turns on and the lock is released.
According to my very limited experience, that is the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little bit earlier. Here, notice the light.
What's this? It's already lit!
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
He strangled himself. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
The locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered. And the locker is automatically locked. I know, it must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. It's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Unless it was jammed.
Oh well, just goes to show you novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have any explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Actually, we do have a good answer for that.
Me, Your Honor? Yes, we do. We saw it. Yes, well, you see... This is... Phoenix! Phoenix!
He's not the brightest, we know this.
What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Huh? Oh, maybe something like jammed the electronic system?
Something jammed the sensor. Say. Yes. Yes, we've seen this.
Yeah, I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Back to the video!
Very well, let's expect the video once more. Locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out this cause. Oh, cool.
Fast forward. Keep going.
I have to hold it.
Yeah. Stop. There.
Ah.
Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed earlier.
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. Sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out. I didn't even get to read what he said.
We can't be sure that item was in the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 or 3 times I get stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Alright, but the object would have had to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. Like the crime scene. It just might have been something that fits the description. So by insulating, you don't mean...
I think I finally got this figured out. Wait a minute. What is that piece of paper there? Like
Which
that
one?
first one, that note.
This one?
What is this written on? Foil.
What?
Is it? What is this written on? Is this just a piece of paper? Like,
It's just a piece of paper.
paper and insulator?
I think if you have enough of it. I'm not really sure.
Pretty sure it's an insulator. Yeah, wood's just a very good insulator. The problem is that it burns also.
Well, what if it's this rubber glove? Seems that would be an insulator.
That doesn't look like the blank sheet that fell though.
Well, let's rule through, but it's not. We know it's not. It can't be the ID. Can't
I mean,
be.
Actually, not entirely true. Because remember, the ID came through twice.
No, that one went through only once.
Oh no, oh yeah, that's right. Alrighty, so what else do we have here?
It's the glove. I really do think it's the glove.
I mean, the glove was still there at the scene, but I still want to know why there was a...
That's why I think it was the glove, because they had a... What?
What about that thing that was unfinished? That
name?
missing item report?
Yeah, that was found on his desk, though.
Oh, it's kind of fine. If you want to do the glove, please do. I think it was something more square, though, than this. I don't think the shape is...
Aha! That does not look like a thin rubber glove, but I'll accept that. Can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. Delic, did I lose you? Hello? Deadlock! Deadlock! Did we lose him? Deadlock, hello? Are you there?
How
Hello?
about now?
Now I can hear you. We lost it. We lost you for a
Oh,
bit there.
technical difficulties for a moment, audience.
Yeah, it's all right. We fixed it.
So, as we
Anyway.
were saying, the tag says SL9 incident.
Video seems to. Oh, it's you.
Video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the real case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of crime, I could have opened that locker. Isn't that so obviously?
Sir? It appears so, sir. Order! 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 So are we to believe then that the victim who then, this witness stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? That's merely demonstrating the possibility, and nothing more. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this.
What?
Mr. Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
Very well, begin your testimony.
Mystery man number 2.
There's one other thing that proves this man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When the ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his ID card. An ID card record, I see. I see. I have the ID card record here, sir. Your Honor. You ever put that 777777777. The ID used at 5:15 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. However, there are so few people using that room. The particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases.
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. That's very specific.
That, I mean, it makes sense. Wait a minute.
Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
What is the SL9 incident?
I don't know. We still really don't have any details about it.
Doc?
What?
Doc?
Can you not hear me again?
I think something's on with your end.
Oh no, we are having some technical difficulties today. We are having some
I think
technical
your
difficulties
phone
today.
weird with the internet or something. Either
Yeah,
on your end or mine.
no, it's definitely my end. I don't know what's going on today.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, because you came back in and all of a sudden it was very delayed. Like,
yeah,
it
we're
was a
gonna.
good 10.
I think we'll keep going until we find a good stopping point. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to continue this another time.
There. Just
Anyway,
read your line.
yeah, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There are only a few cases up for transferal there that were cleared up by noon. Yes, let us move on to the cross-examination. We're almost to the end of this part of the trials, though, so let's just get through
Yeah.
this part.
So, okay. I was to say there isn't multiple ID cards.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
What?
where is it? It's lost item report.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. No, we have to press. I think we need to press stuff first before we.
I
present.
disagree.
Okay, fine. Jump it. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report. It's only half complete.
But it shows Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be the ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order. Order. So now, what does this all mean?
I can only mean one thing. It doesn't require much thought. The main officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Identity theft is no joke, kids.
No, it is not.
Order, order, order! Does the prosecution have a response? One thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo.
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence rooms was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive to a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is fake, the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instance of the murder.
That is... I mean, he is right.
There's something wrong, Mr. Wright. Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
This isn't good.
Oh well, seems you finally realize exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim of this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 of the day of the crime. So, the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, at the prosecution's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. Trustworthy witness. Observe the moment of the defendant used the murder weapon. Yes. I don't know why I couldn't read that.
Ow!
Yeah, the testimony was too shabby.
Was way too shabby.
My bad.
It was all a trap from the beginning.
The activity in the evidence room still leaves many unanswered questions. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, the trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. So you're on it? It's right, you have to do something or else Lana. Well, obviously we need to object, right? I object.
I feel like this is a bad thing to do.
Well,
Let's see where our hastiness gets us. One moment, Your Honor.
what now, Mr. Wright? That's why you're objected to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecutor's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of this matter.
Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If the court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? Sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
Just might be my chance. Time to call out certain Texas Rangers to the stand.
Mr. Wright, do you mean?
Your Honor, defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear the person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Person whom you would have testified. What is his or her name? Well,
I love how we can claim a lot of people. Officer Jake Marshall.
why him?
I can't let him know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we need to hear what he has to say.
Prosecution agrees to the defense request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he worked at the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. Court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is in recess. I think we need a save point after we get through this real quick.
Are you sure?
I think. Well, we'll go through this because this is all dialogue. So we'll go through this,
Yeah.
and then.
Hopefully the internet's smoothed out.
Well, we're doing good so far. Just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
February 24th, 11:32 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
What do you mean?
Call for Jake Marshall. See if you figured everything out.
About
Lana knows exactly what happened, but she just couldn't prove it herself. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Literally, just tell us and it would make this easier. Emma, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Troy's trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Why don't you trust us? Don't you trust us? Me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, class. No, you're just a pal. I can't read today, Deadlock. Oh. Yes, I am. I'll come back later.
Oh, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
Got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And on top of that, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey! Hey! Oh my god, that's a lot of haze. I didn't see you there, Miss Sky. That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? My god, calm down, Gumshoe.
What is all this?
SL9 files? That's my guess. My apologies, Detective, due to my present circumstances. Or she used Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
For a million years, what I thought it was you who asked me. Could you bother to bring me the SL9 incident files? So I was right, it is the files. I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL9 incident.
Wow, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Can't believe you, Chief Prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Oh my god.
It gets so deep! Miss Sky was a witness. Oh, that was it.
And the plot thickens!
Even further! Alright, we gotta look at these immediately.
Seriously.
Take it
You
from
don't
me, you
want
don't...
anything to do with the serial murders. I'll take your word for it, Gumshoe.
Files from the Dark Killings. Oh, solved 2 years ago.
They did say it was serial killings.
So we got 4. Criminal, Joe Dark. Crime, serial murder, sentenced to death. Victims, Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Deb Bates, Neil Marshall.
Okay.
Head prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Witness, Lana Sky, Emma Sky. Oh, Emma was involved with this too.
Both of them?
Executive investigators, Damon Gant, Lana Sky.
So she was a witness and an investigator.
Head investigators, Bruce Goodman, and investigators, Jake Marshall, Angel Star.
That's not a lot to go on.
Actually, I think that gives us quite a bit.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I just noticed something there.
What?
That last name.
Yeah, you didn't hear when I emphasized it before, Neil Marshall?
Yeah, I heard you just going over the names.
Yeah, and then I
didn't
emphasized
hear you point it
Marshall.
out.
Yeah, that's someone related to Jake.
Yeah, that's... Yikes.
And not only that, we now have everyone that is important to this case tied to it, including Gant.
Yeah. Damon Gant is an executive investigator with Lana Sky, who is also a witness. And Jake Marshall's relative is pretty much one of the victims as well.
Bruce Goodman was the head investigator.
The only one who doesn't have any real... Actually, now that I think about it, Damon Gant probably doesn't, as far as we can tell, but him and Angel Star don't seem to have the strongest connection.
No, they were just involved in the case. They were just detectives. Or investigators. No, what now? Now that I brought you the stuff, you're gonna just ignore me?
Emma? But why? Why is your name here?
What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana! The SL9 incident. Is that... That's the classification number for the police file... The police filed under 2 years ago. I feel like, Emma, you should have pieced this part together. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew as the Joe Dark killings.
Well, 2 years, didn't say when 2 years ago.
It's still pretty... I don't know. The Joe Dark killings. No, Lana. That's over with. And she passed out. Oh, no, she ran away.
She bolted.
You know what? I just remembered, I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
Edward, Marshall, Angel, Star, Damien Gant.
The one was involved.
Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. I need to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I'd better take a good look at this file.
Don't worry, Phoenix, we already did that.
Dun 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 dun.
See? I told you it was worth waiting out for that.
Oh boy, we have a lot on our plates.
Yep, but we'll work on clearing that plate next time. See you guys later.
When we get some stable internet.